Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Melissa L. Watkins, evidential medium and uh, integrated energy therapy master instructor teacher. How are you all? Just noticed my camera's a little. There we go. That's better. That's better. Hello. It was rough. It was a rough weekend. And then I just saw that the Schumann resonance was off the charts this weekend. So if you were going through it, I feel you. God bless you. We made it. We're on the other side. Good morning, Kara. Good morning, Tammy. And with that, you probably noticed I actually did kind of a social media blackout this weekend. I set up a bunch of posts for the whole weekend, and then I put my phone down. Sometimes I just need that detox from social media, and I actually deleted my Facebook app on my phone because it was getting bad. I just felt like it was taking a lot of my energy. So, of course, I'll be on my Facebook business page, but just deleting that app, I can't tell you how many times I picked up my phone to touch it to go in. And I think what did it for me was, I don't know if you've noticed, but now on Facebook, you can change, if you have different pages, you can change the different pages. And I just felt like there was like twice as much to look at. And there was twice as much to, in Instagram and YouTube, and then LinkedIn now. I've been working on my LinkedIn page, trying to really change my business profile. It's been a lot. That course that I've been taking, for those of you who've been watching me, I've been taking a course. And yeah, it's really bumping up my game, like really kind of helping me to get out there. Because that's what I want to do, right? Who needs me finds me. That's the mission. And I've got this message, and I just want everybody who needs it to find it. And so, I'm really trying to get myself out in media and write articles, and which is kind of easy because I've got, a huge blog post. So that isn't the hard part. The hard part is like taking the time to focus on other things than what I've been focused on, which has been really, energy wasters. So I did have to have a social media blackout. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, seriously, Jackie. She's like, I find the more you detox, the less you want to be there. Yeah, I really don't want to be there. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the rest of this year you see me transforming more and more to the YouTube platform, way more. And so I didn't get out the pick a card for the new moon that happened yesterday. I might actually do that today because I actually made the poster for it. It's all ready to go. I just need to sit down and record it, right? So, and I actually noticed one of the things I've been thinking about doing for a while now is doing the card readings where you just see the cards in the hands, you don't see the face, because then you can see the cards. And I actually noticed that because of the way I changed my office the other month, I think last month, I actually now have a place where I could actually do those types of readings. And I was like, So I don't know. The rest of this year could be interesting, guys. So, you're on the ride of me. You're on this Melissa L. Watkins Guidance 311 ride. Oh, good morning, Cynthia. So, for those of you who really want to know what's going on, the best thing to do would be to sign up to be a member of my website. Subscribe to the website so you get the newsletters and all the email marketing, so you know what's going on. But then also my group. So yes, Cynthia, I believe I forgot to post our meeting. So yes, I will post it. I've got a lot to do today in the just admin things in the admin. So yeah, I will post it in the community today. Our meeting, our bonus meeting. I'll post that. It'll probably just go in the group. It won't go in the Living in Love community, just because there isn't it was a bonus. So I will put that in. It'll be a group post. It might even be there, actually. Cynthia, take a look at that. Yeah, change feel. I was just actually talking to a very very close friend of mine, cousin, sister, and that's what I was saying. Like I feel like spirit is taking me to all this new precipice to like jump off, right? Yeah. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like they're bringing me to this course, they're bringing me to this other webinar, they're bringing me all this information, and even if I don't like I don't know. I don't know if I need the skill. I don't know if it's something I'm going to do, but I know that when spirit brings it to me, I need to pay attention. So, yes, guys, stay posted. Stay posted because one of the things that this course really helped me do this past couple of weeks is really kind of specificity. Like I've really had really hard time like narrowing down my message or really being specific, right? Because like I'm an evidential medium, I'm the energy healer, like I have all these hats I can wear. But specifically, what is my message? What is it, the big thing that I'm trying to get out? And I think what I'm boiling it down to, right, is the whole piece of we deserve, right? Many of us who've been traumatized or are holding on to pain, Eckhart Tolle calls it your pain body, right? We don't feel like we deserve because something hurt us so bad that we want to play small. And I feel like if I start really narrowing down my message, that's what I think at the end of the day, I want everybody to get to, whether you've been in the empath narc relationship, whether you've been abused or you've had addiction or you've had generational patterns of neglect, whatever it is, right? At the end of the day, we've been told we're not good enough or we don't deserve because we're bad. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like it all boils down to we get this feeling that we don't have any power and we're not good, right? And that's why we want to, cover it up. And that's why we want to overeat or overdrink or overspend or, all that other stuff. So yeah, I think I'm boiling it down to that you deserve. And the healing gets you to the point of you deserving. Good morning, Kim. Hello. I've actually been working with a couple of single moms for the last couple of years. And they're both kind of coming into their own now. And I'm really like so excited for them. And there's been some other people, not single moms, but other women who are professional. They have their own thing going on, but maybe not the life they quite want. And I feel like they're starting to come into their own. I don't know. There's been a lot of like really like moments to celebrate in the past couple of months with people that I've been working with. And it's just sometimes I don't think I take the time to celebrate my wins because your wins are my wins. And so, yeah, so thank you, Jackie. You brought tears to my eyes. Thank you. Cynthia, yeah, you might have to, whatever, I know if your computer or laptop or iPad or whatever, if you haven't like cleaned it or you haven't updated it, that can always impact. I was actually having some problems with my own computer, getting onto some things and have some things come up. And I was like, oh, it's my computer. It's not them. It's me. Because we roam around on so many different things. So cleaning it might be very, very beneficial, or updating it. Okay. So yes, we have to take the wins where we get them, right? And sometimes we don't allow ourselves the moment to take the win. We get so caught up on what's next, right? And so that's what I'm really trying to work on. Like, just take the win, and the next will come. It always does. And to not get in this space of anxiety about it, anxiousness, which, one of the things I had to recognize about myself very early on is I did have anxiety in that I was always trying to control things. Like if I wasn't controlling it, I didn't feel like it was going to be okay. And that was, part of my trauma response, right? All right. So let's see what Spirit wants to bring through for us today. You know, actually, the unicorns wanted to come out, so I think we're going to start with an overarching theme. I feel like the unicorns want to start our message today. And we got 2. Refreshing oasis, nurture yourself, gather your strength. Well, there they are. They definitely wanted to come in and speak to all of us today. Refreshing oasis, yes, nurture yourself, gather your strength. And I feel like if you were like me over this weekend, feeling the Schumann resonance, feeling that new moon energy, it's like, wow, I literally felt like I had one of those like olden time headgears of pain. Like I literally felt like something was sitting right on the bridge of my nose. So yeah, like if you were going through it this weekend, yeah, I feel like nurture yourself. Take some time the beginning of this week to really gather your strength in any way that works for you. I'm actually going to take it easy and do some very like housekeeping things. Just you know, you have those places in your house that just kind of overflow and you just like, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I think today, this afternoon is, unless I get booked, unless somebody wants me, I think this afternoon, I get my admin stuff done. Nurturing myself will be going through that pile in the corner, really kind of refreshing my oasis, my home. Yeah, that feels good. And then the other one that wanted to come out was Ascension Flames, merge with light, ignite key codes. Ignite keys and codes. Yeah, Ascension Flames. Yeah. So taking some time out to ground, taking some time out to meditate, really, really important. I've only done it a little bit today. I'll probably also do this later. Really getting outside onto the earth. Yeah, Cynthia, you're not alone. I actually, guys, I actually put my makeup on today because if I hadn't, I just looked like death. Like I went through it emotionally, mentally, physically this weekend. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, ooh, yeah, if I go on camera like that, they're going to think I've got some like illness. So yes, this energy was no joke. So merge with the light, you know, in refreshing oasis. Yeah, take the time. So I like that the unicorns wanted to show up for us today. Mine actually feels better, Cynthia. It actually doesn't feel like it's there. But I actually did set the intention last night. Like, okay, I'm kind of done feeling this way. Like I'm ready to feel better. And I was actually up very early this morning. I've actually already done a webinar on public speaking. So yeah, like I said, Spirit keeps bringing me to things and I'm like, okay, we'll see. And you would think that public speaking is in my wheelhouse as a teacher. I did a lot of like presenting, but speaking informally or about things you're really, really comfortable with is very different than speaking in front of I always had a problem with like having a speech. Like if you just gave me the topic and said, go talk about it, I'm in. I'll go up there. I will schmooze. I will talk. I'll have a good time, right? But if you give me a speech and say, follow this, now all of a sudden I can't speak. And so, yeah, I'm interested to see where Spirit wants to take this. We'll see. All right. So that's what I got going on, guys. Whole lot. And I think I overwhelmed myself as part of it. Okay. I've also been watching astrology, so I know that a lot of what is coming up for us is stuff from the past, stuff that we may have dealt with. Might even have felt like we were kind of like through it or done with it, but it's coming back up, and I know it has a lot to do with some planetary alignments. Again, literally just watch astrology enough to keep myself centered. So definitely find yourself an astrologer if you're someone that really feels like you feel the energies, which is actually why, and maybe I will do this after. I'll pull a Star Code Astro by Heather Roan Robbins, because that's why I grabbed that deck. Wasn't really in the market for a new deck, but when I saw it, I thought, well, that would be cool because I don't know if you watched my last. I think it was my last daily guidance. I actually, when I pulled the cards, it was actually the cards of the alignments that we were in. So I think that's going to be a really good deck for me to kind of tune into different astrology. It's also going to teach us a little bit as we get going. But yeah, because what I'm seeing here is, we've been feeling it. We've been feeling lack. We've been feeling our foundation, our root chakra, our safety and our stability. So I feel like for those of you who have been feeling it coming up emotionally, like your vulnerability, your fear, just a lot of that old stuff, maybe even self-sabotaging, self-loathing, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I just feel like there's a lot of that root chakra foundation, just not feeling good about it. Having gone through stuff you've been through and it coming kind of up this past weekend or today, something coming up where you thought, ooh, I thought I'd healed that, or I thought me and that person had worked through that, right? For me, I really feel like I'm kind of going through something with someone that, we thought we'd really kind of resolved it, and we had resolved a lot of it, but there's more to still resolve, still some forgiveness to be forgiven or given. And so I feel like, if you're feeling like, that old relationship hurt, or that old, wish you could have done something different or acted a different way or made a different choice, right? It's all coming up because it's moving you. It's moving you forward, and it's helping you to move forward by healing that next layer, or having that healing conversation, or really forgiving yourself about something that you just there's no maybe you can't have that conversation with that person. Maybe they're passed on, they're not here in the physical anymore, or maybe you're holding on to something with someone who just, has been out of your life for so long. It would be weird if you kind of reached out, and you don't need to, you can energetically, forgive them, or ask for their forgiveness. Just, link your heart to theirs, ask your higher self, really. But this is moving you on. So whatever you're going through, whatever is coming up, whichever doesn't feel good, whatever is making you feel fearful or scared, it's to move you. It's to propel you to work through another layer of letting it go and really releasing it, and really kind of coming out of, what you may be being shown something you haven't been able to see before. Maybe this next layer really does reveal more of why something happened, or how it happened in a way that you were unclear of before. So I do feel like this is all stuff to help us move forward, but also to open our eyes, to open our energy. One of the things I had to do in the past, I would say 6 months or so, was I really had to get out of holding on to an old idea, because I was blocking myself, right? I was blocking myself from having like new people come into my life, because I was still holding on to an idea of a relationship, or an idea of what could have been, or what might have been, or maybe what could be, right? We do that. We're human, right? We're human. And so that's what I'm feeling like today. Like whatever's coming up, or has been coming up in the last few days, or comes up this week, because these Monday readings, I always feel like I should just make them a weekly. But I feel like it's because it's opening your eyes. It's opening your eyes to what you need to really work through a little bit more, or finally resolve, so that you can get into the new beginning and the transformation of what it is you do need to be putting your time and attention to, your purpose, right? Because I feel like in these energies, you're transforming in another way. For some of you, you are that butterfly coming out of that chrysalis. It's going to feel big. For some of you, maybe you're just that caterpillar getting on that branch to become the chrysalis, right? So wherever you are in the transformation, just know that what's coming up emotionally, mentally, physically, it's coming up because it's time. It's time for you to start moving into having relationship in a new way, whether it's relationship with yourself, relationship with other people, romantic relationship. But this is energy that is allowing you to, again, see things that maybe you couldn't see before, or really get into the you do deserve love. You do deserve a new relationship. You do deserve relationship with yourself. You do deserve whatever you want, right? Where have you been holding off a want because you thought, well, I don't deserve it, or it's too big, or it's too much? I would do that for someone else, but I won't do it for me, right? That's the kind of thing I feel like this energy is kind of pushing you out of. It's like, no, you don't just do it for somebody else. You also do it for yourself. And honestly, you do it for yourself first before you would do it for someone else, right? So that's what I'm feeling. So yes, for some of you, this is going to be unlocking a key that is helping you to resolve an issue. For some of you, it feels like it might be legal, financial, but you really are getting the keys to moving forward. And that's what I really feel like the reason that whatever's coming up for you, right? And for some of you, it's that old idea of I don't deserve. For some of you, it's that old idea of I'm not safe and stable if I do what I want, right? For some of you, it's, relationships don't work out for me, so I don't do relationships, right? Whatever the lack was, lack of resource, lack of opportunity, lack of people, lack of networking, lack of instability, whatever it was, lack of stability, right? Instability. So yeah, so I feel like you're coming into more stability. You are coming into balance, but you got to go through whatever's coming up, right? You got to look at why that's coming up. So feel it. Don't shove the feeling back down, work through the feeling. And if you have to ask Archangel Raphael to come and take it from you because you need him to help you heal whatever it is, then absolutely invoke him. Absolutely invoke him. Good morning, Skylar. Good morning, Steph. Yeah. So don't ever feel like you have to go it alone. Oh, we got 3. Yeah. Yeah, because it's time. It's time for you to stand firm in your power. Love yourself. Show your gifts and talents. Not hide, not play small, not think that you don't deserve. If you're saying no and they don't want to hear it, then they're not your people. If they're not respecting your no, then they're not your people. Yeah, because it's time to be humble. It's time to modesty and humility. So it's time to go confidently, right? But it might be quiet confidence, right? It might be where you just kind of keep doing your thing. You don't shout it out. You don't tell people. You keep it very quiet. You just hold it close to your vest. You know that you're making changes. You know that you're healing. You know that you're doing what you need to do for you. Maybe they can't understand it, and that's okay. That's not their road. So again, if they're not respecting your pullback or your needing to be supported unconditionally, right? Then, oh well, see ya. And the heart. What would love do? Yeah. So whatever the situation is, can you pour love into it? Can you pour love into it? Not a love of reciprocity where you're expecting something back, but can you just pour love into something without any expectation? Can you just give from that place of humility? There it is, right? Humility and modesty, right? Just be humble in your giving of from your heart space, but standing firm. So it's not like backing down. It's not like giving up. It's more like, I love you. I can give love to the situation, but that doesn't mean that I get disrespected. It doesn't mean that I allow to be taken advantage of, right? And sometimes giving love in a situation is pulling yourself out of it, right? Because maybe they need your energy pulled out of them for them to realize where maybe they're needing to monitor and adjust their actions, their attitudes, right? Yeah. But standing firm is going to be really, really important, but doing it from that quiet confidence, not getting irate, not trying to prove a point, just saying, that's okay. If we disagree, then I just go this way, or I just step back until you're ready to maybe compromise or talk it out. Right. So that's what I'm feeling with that today. Yeah, exactly, Cynthia. See the good in them, but know they're on a different path than yours. Yeah. Yeah, because it's duality. We're all good, we're all bad, right? Nobody's all good, nobody's all bad. And so it is important to recognize that and be compassionate, but also know that in the way that you want. Yeah, Karen, it's easier to throw stone at a glass house. Yeah, it sure is. All right, let's see what the Star Codes Astro Oracle wants to bring to us today. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to go over a little bit, I think, today. See what happens when I'm not on. Hi, Jessica. Good morning. See what happens when I'm not on in a couple of days. I get all chatty. Oh, there's one. Yeah. Okay, there it is. Debilitated. Discomfort. Yeah, that's what you're being put in right now. The planetary alignments are bringing you something that's debilitating you or just putting you in discomfort, right? It doesn't feel good. And again, it may be something in your root chakra that you thought you dealt with, some kind of safety and stability, some kind of opportunity, connection, whatever it was that's coming up, that's really bringing back to you, where you have maybe had debilitating situations, or maybe places in where you were the debilitating factor, right? You made a choice or decision that really debilitated someone else, right? So however this resonates for you. But right, discomfort, until we get into it, we're not going to make a change. It's just, we are human. That is the nature. That is our nature. We're not going to make a change until we get just uncomfortable, really uncomfortable, right? So we are coming into the pinnacle, the midheaven. So whether it's been going on for a month, whether it's been going on for a weekend, whether it's been going on for a day, right? However you've been uncomfortable in your situation, right? Whether it's your living situation, your relationship, your job, within yourself, you've been comfortable in yourself. You've been uncomfortable knowing that you're being kind of called or inspired to let something go, release something, forgive something, or to do something different, right? So I feel like this energy right now, you're at the pinnacle. Like it's go time. It's time to make a decision. Like I either have to release this and let it go, or I'm going to be stuck here, right? I'm not going to move on. I'm going to be in this energy, in this situation. I'm not going to get the blessings. I'm not going to get the inspiration. I'm not going to get the synchronicity. The energy isn't going to shift until I make a choice, right? And that's what you're being called to do. You're being called to act. So this fire energy of Aries is coming in to say, it's time to make a choice. So either you forgive, or you send out the resumes, or you do something you're not feeling like you're qualified to do, right? If you're being asked to do something that's uncomfortable, it's because that's what you need to do. You're going to have what you need when you need it, and you have to believe that. And so this is the big thing when you're releasing something, or when you're doing something that you're inspired to do. You have to believe, have the faith, right, that everything is going to work out and that you're going to have what you need when you need. That faith and belief is the surrender, right? So yes, I'm going to take an action. Yes, I'm going to go in this new direction. Yes, I'm going to, call that person, send that resume, whatever it is, right? But I have to surrender to the outcome, the how and the when. I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know if it's going to be the right thing. All I know is this is what I'm called to do. And somehow, some way, it's going to work out for you. Maybe not in the way that you think, but it is going to be. And, sometimes, I think this is important. Sometimes we make an action and we think we're going to have this big revelation, or we're going to have this big change, or we're going to have this big something, right? Especially for those of us who have always kind of wanted to do like that big manifestation, right? I'm going to have that big lump of money drop in my lap. I'm going to have that big whatever, right? And 9 times out of 10, the action, right, it takes you onto another step that's leading you into what you want, but it may be a small change. It might be a small shift, right? But we don't honor those small shifts. And I think that that's kind of what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about I don't celebrate my wins enough, right? I'm not celebrating the shifts that are good, that are leading me forward, right? I'm waiting for that big monumental thing. But I need to start appreciating and having gratitude for the small wins, right? Yes, I would like a couple of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, but I really need to be thankful for the 2 people that, subscribed last week out of the blue. I didn't expect it. Thank you. Welcome. Right? And like I was talking about the wins with all of these wonderful women that I'm working with, right? They're small wins, but for them, they're big because they've done a lot of transforming and they've done a lot of work in the last couple of years to get themselves where they are. And I don't think that we allow ourselves sometimes that grace to acknowledge our small wins. And I feel like because this energy has been so big and impactful and bringing a lot of stuff, and I don't mean stuff, back up, right? That it can be sometimes hard to say, I'm grateful for that small win. Because what I really, really wanted was that big win. But that big win is coming. And when it gets here, you'll appreciate it. But it's okay to appreciate the small wins, which will actually impact that big win faster, right? Yeah. I was actually watching something yesterday, and they were like, the one word, the key to manifestation, the one word everybody needs to know. And when they said gratitude, I almost dropped my teeth. And I was like, I know this stuff. Why do I keep overthinking it? Why do I keep overthinking it? This, believe it or not, all this stuff can be very simple, but again, we in our humanness need it to make it harder for ourselves. Why? I'm not sure, but it's definitely our human nature. So I'm going to leave us with this. These 2 cards that came out that we started with. Today, or this week, refreshing oasis, nurture yourself and gather your strength. And Ascension flames. Merge with light, ignite keys and codes. Yeah. Because we're being ignited. We're being ignited. I don't feel like that you have to do anything with this card. I feel like this is just validation that yes, you are being ignited. You are having keys and codes come in. So that's why some of you aren't sleeping. That's why some of us are having headaches, right? That's why the ringing in the ear has been like uncontrollable. I was actually reading the other day and I was like, I can't concentrate. This ringing in my ears is so bad. I can't concentrate. So yes, this is validation that what you're going through is ascending you, is taking you into the next. And so honor where you are today, honor what you need today, and just really honor those small wins and be grateful for them, because that's what's going to be the biggest propeller of your energy to get you to the big wins. There it is. Yes, Karen. Yes, you do. Yeah. I actually felt bad. My daughter called me on, I think it was Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night. She's like, hey, do you want to go to this place to eat? And it's kind of a summer local place, and we love it. You can get your hot dog and your ice cream. And I was like, no, I hadn't put on any clothes all day. I was in my jammies still. Yeah, it was one of those days. And I was like, I'd have to get dressed, and I have this headache, and I wouldn't be pleasant, and she wouldn't enjoy me, and I wouldn't enjoy them. And yeah, no. And I felt really bad afterwards. I'm like, it's summertime. That's what we do in the summer. But sometimes we have to honor where we are. We have to honor where we are. So you're very welcome, Cynthia. You're very welcome. Okay, so this week, let's see. I have a lot going on. Definitely look for the pick a card for the new moon, because I know that energy is going to be affecting us for the next few weeks. So let's do that. I want to do that with you guys. And then I know we also have the summer solstice on Wednesday. And this is a big, so in my diary, the 2023 lunar and seasonal diary from Stacy DeMarco. My Stacy. She was one of my very first favorite cards. She does the Queen of the Moon Oracle, which I always use in my new and full moon energies. So it's really kind of a cool connection, right? But she says, this day of big powers, so I suggest you rise early, light a candle, and catch as much energy as you can. This is the day to honor the masculine divine in all its forms and celebrate the year's biggest festival of the sun, a perfect time to cast spells for health and wealth. So set intentions for health and wealth. So that's going on this week. So I don't know if I will do anything. I will keep you posted. I might do a meditation in my community, if you want to know the truth. I think that's that just came to me. So I'm going to write that here, and I will drop more information in my community. So yes. So if you've not joined my community or haven't looked at it, definitely go to guidance311.com and take a look at it. I think one of the big things for me last week that was really, really frustrating was I actually had a hacker on my website, and I actually had to pay to have the hack removed because I couldn't figure it out on my own. So that was really, really disappointing that I was hacked on my website. And I just feel like this darkness is just really encroaching in so many places, which I think is why I had to get off Facebook for a minute, because I feel like the darkness was like everywhere. And with the Schumann resonance and with all this other energy, like it was just really, really a lot. And so whatever you have to do to like shore up your energy, ground, step back, like I wholeheartedly recommend it. And so meditating, getting quiet, turning off the noise, especially the negative lower vibrational noise, really, really important. So yeah, so we've got some big energies this week. I'm going to try to be in it with you as much as I can. But yeah, I will definitely be dropping something in the community, whether I do it live or I record it and drop the video, because I think that's important. Feels important. All right, guys, sending you so much love and so many blessings. Have a beautiful rest of your Monday and a beautiful rest of your week. All right, we'll talk soon. Have a good one, guys. Bye.